Wow, I just figured something out. I need to have a man cave down here as well. But I do have a man cave down here in Tennessee with my trucks and no cars, but my trucks, the dog, the motorcycles. And I got to think to myself, something's missing. What am I missing in my man cave? And I thought, there's my boombox speaker. Got my grill, got my refrigerator. Got my guns. What am I missing? I'm missing a TV. I need to have my TV so I can be watching NHRA drag racing and other things. And I thought to myself, where could I put a TV in this shop? Got my toolbox, microwave oven, little oven. I'm good to go down here. So I figured out, I'm going to go to Sam's Club and buy myself a nice TV, 36 inches wide, and put it right there, and I'm going to have a TV. And it's a man cave, for sure. And I have another excuse to drive the Ram Terror X. How about that? Don't you just love excuses to drive your favorite vehicle? Excuse after excuse. Or is it real deal? It is a real deal. Come here, Kiwi. Let's get in the back. Good boy. Come on, get in. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Get in. Get your ball. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Get in. Come on. Come on, I'll get your ball. There's his ball, so I'll go grab that. I'll go crawl around my hands and knees to get that. Oh my gosh, man, it just doesn't end. To keep the puppy happy, right? Yeah, I'm gonna run up the street to Sam's and get a TV for the downstairs here. I think that would be pretty cool. So that's my next project. And Jesus Christ, I can't remember anything here. Now I screwed up. Yeah, the Tennessee Adventures Day. It's such a nice day out here, and some probably you should be riding your bike. Well, you know what? Sometimes you got to take care of other things that have more importance because you can always ride a bike. And that's so weird. I don't know what's going on here. So that mirror, the mirror is like on. Let's turn the car on. Watch what happens. It goes to the rear view camera. So I never even noticed that. All right, like I say, it's always an excuse to go somewhere in the truck. Is that the whole idea? Favorite new vehicle, and I'm telling you what, I'm really loving the Ram Terror X. I'm just blown away that in so many ways, it's crazy on how I so wanted one of these trucks so many years ago, but then I just never get the deal done. I just then I went to the Ford Raptor. I just I didn't think I'd like this truck that much. And in the end, would I rather have the 37 Raptor or this? At this point, I'd rather have this. So the reality is, I'd sell my Raptor truck before I'd sell this. Yes, because this is just really fun and cool. And fuel mileage is not that bad. My Raptors are 14, 16 mile per gallon vehicles. So if you don't just heavy foot this thing, this vehicle is not bad at all on fuel economy. It's very respectable. I've been running around 2 days and we're at 14 miles per gallon. And I can really feel a difference in those tires. I just can't emphasize enough on how those tires are so under-inflated. And there's a lot of tire right there. And the truck just rides so much better. And I can't believe my guy at Dulles Dodge didn't get his guys back shop to, I really need to call him. Because when I got this truck, it didn't show that I had the oil changed. But do I believe that they didn't change the oil? When did you make that phone call? I am right now. Now here's something really interesting. When you have your rear view mirror on, this Ford truck behind me literally looks like the lights are flashing in the headlights like it'd be a cop, an undercover cop in a vehicle that would be pulling me over because of the way the lights reflect in electronics, LED lights and all. Look at that. So in part he'd be like, wow, I'm getting pulled over by an undercover guy in a truck. All right, so I just talked to Mandy, great service advisor there at Dulles Dodge, and yes, they did change the oil officially. So isn't that great? Thank goodness. I was confident they did that, but you know what? Anymore in life, you just take assumptions of things, and guess what? Sometimes your assumptions or wrong. Who doesn't know that story? Now, I'm probably going to one of the worst days of the week. Good Friday at Sam's Club, Easter weekend. People going and buying all their dinner food. I think this place will be packed. But oh well, we'll make it all work. Well, let's see how right or wrong I am. I can already tell, yeah. Well, I don't know. You know, anymore these TVs have gotten so cheap. I'm sure some people are like, why would you buy a TV for your Tennessee? We went down there a lot. Well, the goal was to get down there more, but the biggest thing is, anymore of these TVs aren't a lot of money. I mean, they really aren't. So, you know, you can get these things for $100, $200 anymore. It just depends what size you get. And we are here. And what do we buy? So I'm thinking these things over here. Look, $139. 32. Here's a 40. That's too bad. Don't need a 40. 42. 43. 43. So you're stuck with only one size. Just having a little bigger. 40. So here's the thing. I should have. Sometimes a 40 is actually that way and not this way. So does it show the width of the actual unit? That's what I would like to see. Show that. Oh, it's here. It's a Philips, Samsung. Oh, cool. So see here, 35 inches. So I was right. Down here, 37, so that'd be too big. Yeah, so the rest of these are too big. This here, 149, Philips. This is a good deal, but what is the dimensions? Where does it show that, right? Yeah. 40, 42. That's 2 inches bigger. So the odds are it's going to be 37 inches wide. All right, I'm going to take this. The other one will be a little too wide, but it's a bummer. It's $20 cheaper. I would have enjoyed that, but oh well, no complaining. Great, we have a pickup truck. We can go buy big stuff. Like that ain't a big thing, but hey, it's always nice to have the truck capability. And where is the carts? Carts down there. Up here, I think we'll go down here. How about that exhaust note, huh? You like that or what? It's a rumble. What's my guard dog doing, huh? What's my guard dog doing besides hanging pretty? That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Not eating nothing. I escaped. I got out. I should say got out, got in, got out, right? And I'm going to go out the back way here because the traffic's so backed up in the front entrance. So sometimes going the back way as we hit the bumps. And the big truck, how does she do? How does a Ram TRX handle these big ass bumps? Look at that. The big ass tires, she should do pretty good. How about that, huh? So we'll climb the side of the hill. Do some burnouts. Have some fun. Yeah, see, now I have to take a right-hand turn. Up there, you got to get across 2 lanes of traffic. So, if you're smart, you'll do what I just did. See that there? So another trick is you can go up the road. I can actually go up the road and then come down another way. Let's see how that is. It's happening. One person reached out on my YouTube channel and said, hey, what do you like best, Virginia, Florida, or Tennessee? I said Tennessee. Actually, Tennessee is just such more the country, rural living, which I like. And it does have a change of seasons. And down here, they don't usually have really radical winters. Because I like to change the season. And Florida's nice, but you don't have the Smoky Mountains. You don't have, I mean, just, yeah, the Florida's cool. But I mean, I would, if it was ideal circumstances, I'd have a home in each place. That way you can enjoy kind of both environments. But just to live in Florida all the time, I don't know. It's just nice to be up in the Smoky Mountains. And yeah, that's a jam, but not too bad though. So, Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. Looks like this place is a happening place. Don't think we're gonna get through this light. Hard to believe it's already close to 4 o'clock. Now I got into it, and look what happened. Fuel economy dropped. But I'm sitting in a lot of traffic too, so a lot of idling time. Well, I think the Good Friday, everybody's getting the good out of town. Yeah, I mean, the roads are busy. I mean, wonder how many people are heading out. I don't think Easter weekend's a real big weekend of people traveling. It's more about spring break. So down here in Tennessee, they have a drive-through liquor store. Wow. That's dangerous, right? A drive-through liquor store. Whoops, I gotta get back over right here. Are you drinking, Ice Man? Are you drinking on the job? The plumber's life? The painter's life? Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can roll up and you can buy your liquor and go on home without getting your lazy ass out of your car. Some of you are like, well, I just have it delivered to my house. Probably do. Yeah, how many times have I been up and down this road today, right? But you know what's so fun? I'm driving the Ram TRX. So do I mind? I don't. Because I'm getting a chance to drive and ride the Ram TRX, which, if you watch my channel, you'll see that I never even drove the truck until, like, I think Monday or Tuesday. I can't even remember. Where I had my first opportunity to really drive the truck. Because some kid, somebody I know in my family, was like, mine. All right, so every time I drive by his house, I never see anybody there, but now I do. So there is. Oh, they're making a little garden. How about that? Yep, he's tilling his up. Probably plant some tomatoes. What else do you think he's going to grow there? Some squash. I have no idea. I'm not the gardener. I'm not the farm boy. I'm the plumber man, right? All right, here we go. Back into the development. Look at these driveways. Can you imagine? Can you even imagine? I mean, I can't even imagine. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's pretty freaky scary, if you ask me. Can't own any truck and trailer for that location. How would you get a truck and trailer up there? Yeah, just no thanks. I think the people who used to live here, I think they moved. They always had their garage open with this big GMC truck. So I wonder what happened to him. Since I've been here, I've seen a decent amount of people put their houses up for sale and move. I think that house recently sold. Yeah. Right here on top of the hill, top of the mountain. And that house to me is always backwards. The sun sets on the opposite side of that house. So it's kind of like interesting. Wouldn't you like to see the sunset? I mean, sincerely, but I guess they're looking at the mountain views over there. I guess that's more about. Hey, the guy moved his truck. Must have heard me talking about him. Right? Kid, wife, mother-in-law, they're all out at their outlet malls. I get the TV set up. The kid will get home and be like, wow. Here we go. Back her up. Without running over the mother-in-law's mailbox. That mirror, that camera mirror definitely is kind of freaky in how you look at things. So, back to the compound, right? Okay, so now the project is, I gotta get this area, I gotta relocate my 1969 Charger, my 2020 Mustang Shelby, and my really cool railroad lantern. So I'm going to kind of reorganize this up here so I can put my TV up there. So that's my next adventure on the Ice Age TV, Tennessee Caveman Creations, which just took a lot of work. You have no idea, sincerely, you have no idea. If my father-in-law passed, he actually told my mother-in-law for me to clean up the downstairs in the house. That's no lie. So this garage was full of just stuff. The whole, there's Kiefer. I polished my bike earlier. That's over. The whole basement was just another story. So I made this into my really nice man cave, which is really cool, which I'm blessed to be able to come down here and hang out down here in Tennessee in my mother-in-law's house and have my man cave. But I'm going to add some finishing touches to it, which will never end. I actually went out and put in all LED lighting as well. And at one time, this was all full of debris. And when I was on the project of replacing the fluorescent lights with LED lights, I just never finished that task over there because I always had a car parked here. So it wasn't a big deal per se for me not to have lights on in that really area. And then I put in an electric charging station, which that's a whole nother story. Actually, I put in a 220 plug where I pulled all the electric in, and that turned into be a fiasco, which I'm kind of on the mother-in-law's, hey, Pop, come here. I'm kind of on the mother-in-law's bad list. Come here, Pops. Hey, Kiever. I don't know where you're at. Oh, Jesus, cripe. He's got fresh water. Yeah, so I pulled this line all through the basement here. This was a project. And that was about $800 worth of material. And I did this when I had my Ford F-150 Lightning truck. And if you watch that video, so I went through all the work to do this. And I pulled in the panel. I knew how to do electric and panel. And I totally screwed up. Because when I put the metal clamp in this panel here, I used my screw gun and I torqued the wire, or I crushed them. I crushed the wires. So when I went in the panel and I turned on this breaker, it literally exploded. And my daughter literally fell on the ground behind me because she was helping me do the job. And I was like, oh my gosh, what the hell? What the hell? I was like, what did I do? I was like, I do electric all the time. I'm like, what did I just do? So I tried again, and my daughter about fell on the floor again. And so now I'm like, oh, great, because my mother-in-law and my wife were like, do not touch the electrical panel. Let an electrician do it. But I'm like, I know how to do all this stuff. So I jinxed myself, truly. So now, this is like on a Saturday that I did this, but I have a F-150 Lightning truck. If you watch that tow video of me in the summer of 2022, June, you'll see how I ran out of energy in that truck and had to go to a Ford dealer in over there in Bristol, Tennessee, to charge it. You mean, it's a whole video, the whole fiasco of me having that F-150 Lightning truck, of driving it down and running out of energy and trying to find a Sam's station. I tried to find the last charging station at Sam's Club, and it's being paved. At the Sam's Club, you can't get there to charge your truck. So there's no way I'm going to make it to my mother-in-law's house. But meanwhile, I brought all the gear down to put the electric, to give me the capability to charge my vehicle with that plug. Because there's 2 years ago, there's like no charging stations in this area. So if I couldn't get that put in, I really was in so many ways stuck of being able to charge my truck. Yes, I'm not embellishing here. So I did all that work, and still I'm freaking out. So I get a hold of an electrician, there, Keith, and I called him on the phone and said it, and he's like, man, I'm just, there's no way I'm going to get to your house. And look at this. So he was so smart. He's like, let me ask you a question. You have crossed wires in that wiring somewhere. You have crimped something. I'm like, ooh. So sure enough, I came in here and I unscrewed this and I pulled the wire out, and you could see how this had crimped and taken 2 of the wires and made them touch each other. So I pulled this out and I wrapped it all up in electrical tape and I cleaned it all up, and no problem. The panel no longer had any problems, and I charged my truck. Now, this is how it's Murphy's Law. So my mother-in-law and wife weren't home the day I did this because they would have totally gone nuts when they would have heard this whole panel down here exploding. But it didn't do any damage to anything else. So now we're good. Literally, the electric's in. I wrapped up the electric so it wouldn't be touching each other with electrical tape. And I let it at that. Now, fast forward, my mother-in-law now wants to get a electric chair to go up and down her stairs for her safety. So some guy here in the last week or two came to this house. And for some reason, which I'm befuddled, for some reason, this exploded. So this makes no sense to me how this has been close to 2 years. It never has had an issue. The electric's been on the panel, and it's never been an issue. And so all of a sudden, this guy goes to this panel, and so my gut instinct is, which I think the guy will never talk about, is I put garage lower 220 outlet. My gut instinct, this guy says to himself, hey, there's a 220 pole for an electric chair. If that wire, if that receptacle out there has been abandoned, I can take this wire and I can pull it maybe upstairs. I have no idea. But what's the odds of that? It's just no good deed goes unpunished. So now my mother-in-law has disconnected that. So the electric charging station stories for electric vehicles, it just doesn't end. But I was going to have a guy come out today and repair this. I was going to have a guy come out today that's a certified electrician. I was going to have him put a junction box in here, pull this out, clean it all up, run a new cable in the panel, and then get the breaker to work. But its breaker, look at here, the breaker is destroyed. So, but my mother-in-law said that she had this fixed. Yeah, it gets ugly. Yeah, anyone know these stories? Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows these stories, right? Just don't touch stuff at your mother-in-law's house, Iceman. Just don't do it. Just leave it alone. Right, so just more stories for you all on Ice HCV of what I try to do. And once me having electric charging capability for an F-150 Lightning truck, but which for now, like, forget that, who cares, whatever. But part of me is like, I just rip this all out. This is worth a lot of money. Until you go buy this heavy gauge wire, you have no idea. 2 years ago, this stuff was $600. Then the plug and the box, they're another $100. The 50 amp breaker, that's like another $50. I mean, so today, this stuff's probably worth, I would say, $800 to $1,000. But at the same time, it'd be nice to always have this capability down here. So, but we'll just leave that alone for now, and we'll just not worry about that another day. Nothing to charge here besides me. Remember, KB? All right, on to the project. Oh, I forgot to mention, so my mother-in-law called a state inspector to her house. Yeah. And the state inspector gets in here and is like, oh my gosh. And then it's like, oh, if this house would have burned down, it wouldn't have been insured. Who did this? I mean, so what was really interesting, I mean, I have a really cool wife because this probably happened a few weeks ago. Wife didn't tell me this till just recently that this all happened. So now I'm thinking, oh, here comes the phone call from the state of Tennessee, right? Hey, is this the Iceman? Did you put electric in your mother-in-law's house? Do you understand the violations that consequences that comes to you not being a certified electrician? I mean, I sincerely was waiting for that call. Then I thought if I come down here, the guy will probably show up at the house and go, we need to find your ass because you just can't do that, right? And I'd be thinking, oh my gosh. Yeah, the stories. The Iceman stories. Can I tell you all my stories? I don't know. It could get scary. You really know how crazy I am then. All right, so this is the vacant lot that one day a house will be here. One day there'll be a house right here. But I told my mother-in-law years ago, we should plant a whole row of trees now, so you'll have shelter from the next house. She doesn't want to do it. But I'm like, but if we planted a bunch of trees today and this property sells down the road, then you're going to not, we're going to have privacy. Nope. Like, okay. And this is the poop field. So those people across the street have huge dogs. They get the big ass, trying to think what dogs those are. And oh my gosh, so they bring them over here to this property. This is like a crap field for all the dogs. They don't let them crap in their yard. They bring everybody over here to crap in this yard here, but it's their yard. So that couple that bought that house, they bought this land. Very smart. I'm surprised my father-in-law didn't buy this. You gotta get a heck of a deal. So but you know what, whatever. Here's the Ram TRX. Let me get on my project. I'm getting distracted, aren't I? I like to talk a lot, don't I? What value do you put on a pickup truck? I mean, considering what trucks are today, aren't they just the coolest things? Like your workshop, your mobile workshop. Look at this. It's got this big bed. I can take this TV out on top of the tailgate. One thing about you learn as you get older in life is if you can have something at your waist level to work on things versus bending over and being on the ground, it's a huge difference on your way you feel about working on something. That's why benches and guys that have the, people that work out in the field, they know being able to stand up and work is better than crawling on your hands and knees. When you have a cutting knife, it just makes your life so much nicer and easier. So what I do is I just cut the box. Instead of pulling this out, finding out what's going on, I'm just going to cut and open the box up so we can kind of see what's going on. And then instead of yanking it out, that's what we're doing. This Kiefer boy's looking for something. Now I have my nice little workstation. TV's protected. In front of the screen here, it's got a nice cover on it. I can install my legs because I can just pull this TV over the edge of this here and have room to put the legs on. And I'm not tearing up the TV. So once again, having a nice bed, utilize the existing box, and you can hopefully put this together without damaging it. Legs are on, doesn't really matter left or right, right or left. Now it's time to put it on top of the new TV for the caveman. The caveman's garage, or the Kiefer garage. It's truly incredible where we've come in technology and how this TV has no antenna, no cable box. I can connect it to my Wi-Fi. I hope I can remember the Wi-Fi network passcode. And this thing's ready to go. Plug it in, turned on, then it'll search for your router. Once you can get it to connect to your router, it's on Wi-Fi. And then since I have YouTube TV, voila, I have TV. And there's other things, plenty of other options out there, but there you go. So let's get her going. So when I'm at Sam's Club, this thing was like $169.99. Then for another $39.99, I could have gotten extended warranty. I'll never ever remember I bought extended warranty. These usually have a 1 or 2 year warranty on them. So I was like, nope. I mean, I really wanted to spend like $125 to $150. I came within reason. Well, look at that, huh? Hey, that's just like perfect. It's just like the perfect fit. Kind of get it squared up here, but I'm going to turn her on, get her programmed, and then it'd be so cool. Now I got my shop with my TV. This is so cool. Even Kiefer thinks it's cool. He's taking the time out. Okay, TV's on. Look at that. Now, the interesting is, do I need to buy a speaker? Probably. There you go. That's pretty incredible. I can remember so many years ago buying a TV and how much that thing weighed. Does anybody remember these stories? I can still remember buying Sony TVs. And they were like buying a tool chest. And if you had to move these things, they would kill you. Okay, I gotta set up my TV. Hey, look at that. I got her all set up. Hey, I wonder whose channel that is. Wow. I gotta watch that channel. That guy's got a cool bike, doesn't he? Yeah. Man, I got one just like it. How's that, huh? How's that, Keefy? How's that? But hey, look at this. Is this so cool or what? Now I've got the official man cave done in my shop because I've got the real deal TV in the man cave. Got the boom box, the music, got the tool chest, got the dog, got the motorcycles, got the trucks. So I think I am the official man cave guy in Tennessee with all the good stuff down here. So stay tuned for more adventures on Ice Age TV. But I think it looks really good. All right, I think I did okay. What do you think? I got the TV set up, and the shop looks cooler now to me because I got my big TV when I'm working out here in the shop. It'll be pretty cool because I can actually just kind of chill out. So you can put this on hold so you don't get all that noise. But anyways, the TV set up, clean up the shop a little bit more. But you know what I'm going to do next? Where's my kid? The trucks are trashed. My next project is to clean the trucks. It just doesn't end on Ice Age TV. This Ford F-450, the last time it got cleaned was in Florida before we left to come back home. Think about that. That's been now about a month, close to a month, of this truck not being cleaned. Oh, disgraceful, Iceman. The Ram TRX, I don't think we've ever cleaned that because we bought it just a week ago Saturday. And so what are you going to do now? It's all about cleaning trucks. Stay tuned.